Hi guys, Ashantin here. How are you? This is Ashantin with BU Gaming, and we are playing vanilla Minecraft. Yanni's not been well. She's had a sore throat and a rotten time. So we're going to do something gentle today, which is we've decided that we've had enough of this house. We're going to rebuild it. Can I hear your cats in the background, Yanni?
Yeah, that's Bastian. He just decided that he wants me to play with his. He's got this little toy dog.
Oh, right.
And he's bouncing around with that, and he's kind of telling me that I have to come and play with him, which is typical, right, when we start recording.
Guys, we like hearing your cats. We're very happy to hear your cats in the background. It's not an issue.
It's hard to avoid, at least. But yeah, guys, we actually did a little bit off camera the other day, didn't we? We did.
Should we show them what we've been doing?
Yeah, we actually did a little bit of a...
Yeah.
Look at this.
It doesn't look fabulous, but it looks a damn sight better.
Yeah.
Fabulous comes later.
Well, it's hard. We have hardly gotten started, but yeah, we're gonna switch out all the oak planks, which Ashantin really don't like. With the what is this? This is stone bricks, I guess. Stone brick.
It's a combination, Yanni. It is stone brick. It's mossy stone brick. It's stone brick stairs, and this block here is andesite.
Yeah.
So it's, but I like it. And Yanni is like me. We both. Oh wow, he's yowling, isn't he?
Yep.
He talks. Yanni, he talks.
Yes, they both do. They are very. This is actually a little special because Bastian doesn't usually talk that much. Hi. And now he's coming all the way over and to tell me that he wants to play. Usually it's Max. Hi, Bastian. Sorry about the distraction, guys.
No, they're lovely. I like them very much. I've been thinking. Sorry, I'm shouting at you, and you mustn't shout. I can't hear my own voice very well on my headphones, so I tend to shout.
I think I tend to speak loudly too, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at this lovely roof we also started building. Well, actually, Ash started building. I was mostly just standing here and looking at her working.
Guys, we actually tried 3 variations on the roof. We tried the one where you use step, half slab, step, half slab, which gives a very low curve to the roof. And my friend Bunai Gaming introduced me to that. He and Dog use it a lot. This is the absolutely standard, just using steps. But we also tried the other one where you use steps, block, step on top of the block, and then you move in, which gives you a very, very tall, what I would call a European roof. We tend not to see those in England. You see them all across Europe. I had them all over the end, gave Yanni the choice, and we've decided to go with a very straightforward one. And I don't know if I think most of you watching have played Minecraft more than I have. But for those of you who are new to Minecraft, these steps are brilliant. They actually link with each other in the corners. We're going to do a straight pitch roof, but then we're not going to do a pitch roof at the end. We're going to do a gable at both ends. So we're working on stone and roof. Right, Yanni, shall we work on the stone first or the roof first, or one do one and one do the other? What would you like to do?
Maybe we should finish the walls first.
This little guy's going to give us trouble after dark.
Oh, we had a little visitor.
We did. Now, Yanni, I have a bone to pick with you, young lady.
I have a feeling what you're gonna mention. I wasn't even gonna say anything about it.
No, God, she's running away from me. She's come back. Okay, stand there now. confess your sins. You've gone to the dark side. What have you been up to?
Yeah, I jumped into modded. I broke. I
Oh.
broke. I couldn't help it.
Which modded did you go to?
Sprout. Explore for more.
Yeah, and what does it do that vanilla doesn't? Tell the people, then they can go and have a look at your new series.
Oh my dear, I can't even say that. There's so much you can do. Like there's quests and there's all kinds of strange. You know what? You know what? You can make chests in different colors.
Wow!
Like you can get sprout chests and birch chests and all that. It's just a small detail, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can.
I have a feeling that this might be one of the mods that is in Karmacraft.
Yeah, it's a huge mod pack. Actually, it's bigger than Karmacraft.
Is it?
Yeah, because Dogminer left me a comment where he was like, "Oh my God, when you do jump into something, you jump into the deep end." He was like, "I'm sure you're gonna get overwhelmed by this," and I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm having fun." But yeah, it is a huge mod. There's 156 mods in that pack.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, right. so it's kind of got.
Mm-hmm. We've got a lot of stuff in this chest here.
Oh yeah, we do. We have like a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I've taken a little bit. You take the rest, and then
stone bricks.
Right. So guys, go and watch Yanni with Sprout, and it looks like I might be having a look at Sprout as well. Gosh, we've still got all these signs.
Now you're curious. Yeah.
I think we should keep those.
Yeah.
I'd put a whole load of stuff in here to try to. Here we are. Look, nether brick. Yeah. I need to make that into.
Yeah, we're gonna need to make some stuff out of them.
Yep, and then let me make.
You started it burning something.
Yes, I did, and the reason I started it burning. Yeah. Have we got more in there?
Yep.
I think. Let me go and get some more out of this chest and put it in the top, because we have a lot of netherrack.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I'm just going to fill my inventory with it, and then we can. This is the great thing about when you start building like nether tunnels, you get masses of netherrack.
Oh, and it's not gonna be the last time we're gonna use this nether brick, because it looks really. I want to make some building at some point with some white walls and the nether something.
Yeah,
I think
nether brick. I was going to ask you, Yanni, are you happy with this stone as a roofing material? Because we could use white quartz if you wanted.
No, I think I think I prefer this when we have the stone walls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the other thing you can do, I'm going to show you on the door over here, is it makes a very nice. If you wanted to swap out, let me just take out this. Hold on to those while I moved a bit fast then. I have spent hours and hours.
What was that sound?
Gosh.
Oh, that was funny.
Right. If you want to, it does actually make very nice doorways like that. And I was thinking, you need to tell me whether you prefer.
Oh, you don't like your andesite doorways?
I love andesite doorways. I just want to make sure that you're happy with them. And I'm going to take this one. We'll have to put all the signs back. But that's okay. That's what building in Minecraft is about. I'll show you the two. And then you can decide which you prefer. Because we can do it either way.
I kind of like the other one, and it matches the roof or the ceiling. with
is
this
that
one.
the andesite or the stone slabs?
This one, the stone slabs. It kind of
This
because
one.
yeah, it kind of looks this stone slabs look fancy kind of, and it matches our ceiling.
Okay.
It's not that I don't like the andesite, but that looks kind of nice actually.
Well, I think we might use the andesite round the doorways. Now, the other question, the stone brick round the doorways. Now, the other question is, do you want, let's see, we'll do it like, now, that's a bit flat. It won't look so bad when the windows are out, and I don't think we can take this window to the right of it out unless the doorway is flat. So are you happy to leave, well, I'll tell you what, let's leave the doorways flat to start with, and we'll move on.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
I'm assuming that we leave the andesite in the windows because that gives a good contrast. But that we take the windows out again, like this. And then we had it, did we have it down to the bottom? We did. And then we had the stone brick, which I haven't got on me. Let me pick up that. Hold on. What happens, guys, is I build.
I have some stairs, I think, on me.
That's okay. Just made some. I build, and Yanni tells me whether she likes it.
Oh, that was not what I meant to do. Yeah, I'm just relaxing completely. No.
Yeah. I need a shovel.
Oh, I made doing this. But this is the handy. That's actually the handy thing with me starting over a little bit in some in that modded thing, because I get to practice all of these basic things.
She's just making excuses for playing it, you know.
I kind of reminding me. Well, trust me, I actually mentioned this when I was doing the modded. I was like, "Wow, this is so different," because I don't have Ash like telling me, "Now you have to do this. Now you have to do this. Now you have to do this." I'm like,
that must have come as
dear.
a considerable relief.
No, it's just very different. But suddenly I'm like, oh, okay, how did I do this again? Because now I don't have anyone to ask. I kind of have to try and remember.
That's how you learn, actually, in Minecraft. We all know that. There we go. That brick comes out there. And this is going to give us, now, when I take this wall down, I think the painting's going to come down behind it. Or maybe not. Oh, it has. It's popped off the wall. I thought it would. That's okay. Let me get my brick out. And gradually, you see, we're building up textures. We're building up a bit more. I mean, we'll go back and we'll probably do a lot more on textures, but already, let's see if I can get those. Oh, dash it. I always hate wasting even one block on Minecraft, especially earth. It's the one block you can't make. How does that look? Are you happy with that window if we move the glass out?
I'm like,
she just doesn't want me to come in. Look at this. I'm blocked out of my own house, guys. God, blimey.
Yeah, I like the windows that kind of pop out like that.
Okay, well, I have a...
Oh, it's going to be tricky, though, to do it on the other side. Oh, it's going to be like, okay, yeah, no, it's going to work. It's going to work. Never mind. It's just going to... I need to... Well, no, it still needs to be those actually on the inside, so that's fine. There we go.
Blimey, this Fortune 1 is almost used up. Have you been using the Fortune 1 pick by any chance?
The Fortune... Well, we brought it to the Nether to get...
that's it, to get stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, I'm using a Silk Touch pick, Yanni, on the glass, because it's the only way you can move glass without losing it all.
Yeah, I think it was Tony actually that left a comment for a previous video that you had to remember to bring that when we go to the flower forest area again, or to, well, I don't think we had actually been at the flower forest yet in that video. That's a little confusing because people are a little behind us, kind of. But no, we had been, but you had left an ender chest, because you died, and you left an ender chest somewhere, and he just reminded you that you had to bring that
silk touch.
That silk touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let's see if I can figure out how to do this.
Now this has. There's a map there. Now this is destroyed. That doesn't look good on this side. We might have to put. No, we're going to take this side out as well. That's great. Yeah. We need to take this side out. Mm-hmm. That's great. That looks perfect,
I'm just building the outside. And then
it's looking great from the inside.
There we go. And then you can fill it out in there. Then it should be...
Oh.
Yep.
Let me get my silk touch.
Look at that, guys. There we go. Oh, she's breaking all our windows. Okay, there we go. And then
one
What do we want to use as stairs outside? Because it looks strange with the oak stairs now.
It does. It looks terrible.
We can use sprucewood doors and oakwood stairs. That doesn't work. Do we want to use the stone? We could use the stone ones. They match the house, of course.
Stone steps would look great. Let me get rid of that lot. There's a bit of wood that you've left there, but stone steps would look great.
Mm-hmm.
That's looking wonderful, Yanni. Absolutely wonderful.
There we go. I have one. I do.
What we're going to have to be careful of is that we've got enough torches around.
Oh yeah. We're gonna have to redo all of that and make sure that
we've taken quite a few up. Oh look, we've got a visitor at the gate. A zombie.
Do. Oh, hello, mister. Should I come and greet you? Hey. Oh, I don't want to open the door for you, actually. Just keep you out there. Yay. Hey.
I think that looks a lot better.
Me the goodies. Oh, I need to open. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking that I want to... I'm considering trying something. We can always redo it. Let's just do this.
Okay.
Or let's do this in.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna move these. I don't know if this...
Oh, good, you're putting the steps there. No, I think, it'll look fine. It'll look much better. The only reason I'd left it there, was in case we wanted it there. That looks wonderful.
And then we could always pull back the grass if we want one, so it doesn't...
We can do whatever we like down here, but we might want to put flowers or a garden up against the house.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Well, I love the flowers.
Now, the only question here is, do we fill in underneath the staircases? I think we should.
Yes.
I think that should be...
Definitely.
Should be stone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely filling out.
Nice. Do you want to bring this end out or leave it flat? We could put...
I think I wanted to leave it flat, maybe?
Yeah, that's right. Let's take this down. I mean, this is just sort of an idea. Let's take that down.
Right one.
Yeah. Good. I think that looks a lot better. Let me put the doors back. Always good to have doors on a house. It sort of adds a certain something. I wish we could use nether brick doors.
Oh, that's not something you can make?
Yeah.
Ah.
No, not yet. Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, and
It's
you know,
not.
and you know what is also, you can imagine me going completely crazy in Sprout when I tell you this. There are
Yeah.
so many animals. Like there's
Oh.
like peacocks and there's like bunny rabbits all over the place in all kinds of colors, and there's
Oh
even
my goodness.
bears. Bears are not that much
Oh
fun
my
to run
goodness.
into, but like seriously, there's so many, and all kinds of, there's different kinds of cattle and different kinds of sheep, and like
Wow.
you can imagine me completely abusing the word cute and awe. Aw. I'm just running around saying that all the time. Yeah.
I'm
Oh, this
not
is,
going to.
I like this.
I'm just. I like this very much. I'm just putting torches up at the moment, Yanni.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not putting holders in, but I was thinking that we might think of the nether brick fences inside the house
Mm-hmm.
rather than the wood because they go so beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we've got
Oh.
someone at the back door.
Oh, we do.
Yes,
There's always someone who wants to come for a visit.
the zombots are at the back wall, and they're banging on the back door.
All right, you have to actually change
And
this
I'm going
one.
to go and kill them. Look, they're breaking our door down.
Oh, they are. Ow. Oop. Come on.
Take that. Now, at the back here, we're going to have to think a bit here because we're bringing our doors out. Got another visitor here. Oh, you. Our doorways are... No, I think that's going to look nice. That's going to look nice. Okay. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to change it, and it's going to look great at the back. This is going to be good. Because taking the windows out is going to give us a doorway that is out as well. I think we'll use that there. We can always change this around, guys.
Need to make some of those. How do you do that?
Nice. What are you looking for?
No, not saying anything. No. No.
I can hear her working away, you know, guys.
No, it's that. Oh, okay, well, we are just gonna do it the hard way then. It's this one. Oh, right. It's stone slab. It's not from that, so I need actual stone. Aha. Just trying to figure out how to make the stone slabs. Yep.
I've run out of chests.
I'm gonna make a little bit of this.
Yeah.
We're gonna need quite a lot of stone slabs, actually, aren't we? Because
yes, we're going to need a lot of
we need
stone
them
to do this.
for the ceiling too. So
yes, we're going to need a lot. I'm storing the vines in the farming chest. And I'll store that potato there, and that there.
Doesn't it usually make everything you can make if you press shift? You really have to stack them all. You have to stack them all, apparently. Okay, usually...
Sorry?
I just feel like usually it will take everything you have in your inventory if you just hold down shift, but apparently you have to stack them all. In the crafting thingy. And then say shift all of them. Nice. Okay. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Not at all. I was just telling you I'm temporarily storing things like vines and stuff.
Well, I'm sure we're going to end up eventually moving everything around. Figure out exactly
I must say,
how
Yanni,
we want
this is already looking so much better.
Ooh,
so much better. It really is.
Go.
Let's pick up that torch. I'm just putting torches roughly on the outside.
And then we have one of these things right here. that's
I'm
not how
going
I
to
want it.
move the door. Yanni, the reason I'm moving the door outwards is I don't want to leave a place where the zombies could stand outside and break our door down and not despawn in the sun. So it's nice to leave a porch-like look, but if you do that, actually it would look much better like a porch.
For anyone who's watching and not playing Minecraft and who wondered how I did that, you have to press Shift and then right-click. And then you can place the torch on top of the fence to make it look nice. It was because I couldn't remember how to put the torch on that. It kept going on the wall. But I just had to hold down Shift and then right-click, and then it goes where I wanted it. Yep. I'm slowly learning.
She's quickly learning, guys. This slowly is a complete rubbish. She learns extremely quickly.
Do you want them?
Extremely quickly. Let me just put a bit of...
I think I prefer them like this outside and not with...
Right.
Oh, do we?
And now...
Try with the other ones.
Yanni, you're leaning close to your mic. You've gone very loud.
I am? Oh,
yes.
Sorry. I was actually
No, that's all right. I don't mind.
I have to get used to this mic.
It seems very powerful.
Oh, it is. Like if
what is it you're using? I know everyone's going to want to know. What are you using?
A Blue Yeti.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which is really nice, but yeah, it's very powerful.
Yeah.
I probably have to adjust the gain some more because it took me a while to get it working because I had some issues with some software.
I remember you had terrible problems with it to start with, didn't you?
It took me 2 months before I actually got to use my mic because it kept making strange sounds.
I remember that. It had something... What was it that was wrong with it, though?
Well, sometimes if it's a program that, adds a connection to somewhere. So it can be like if you have a program that runs a server, or, in my case, it was the program that connects my pulse watch. I have like this pulse watch to use for exercise.
Oh, yes.
So when I hook that up to my computer, there's a program that sends the data from the watch to an online web page. And if I had that program running, then I kept getting these strange sounds on my mic.
My goodness.
And it was driving me crazy. And the people who sold me the mic, they couldn't help me. And eventually, actually, Patrick, Mr. Soundwave is the name of his channel.
Yeah.
He actually managed to find a thread in a forum somewhere where someone had the exact same problem. Because every time I found someone who had the problem, they were like, when they had an audio file, I was like, that's not how it sounds on mine.
Oh.
But he found one where it sounded exactly like mine. And this person had tried all the same things as me. And then I think it was a she found out that it could be one of these like programs that does this thing where it kind of connects to something. It establishes a connection to something outside the computer.
Yeah.
And it was a different program for her, but then she kind of recommended trying to go to the task manager and go through all the files or all the programs and kind of see if turn one off after the other, test the mic and see. And I tested like 3, and then I decided, okay, I'm just gonna look through the list and see if there's something that fits this criteria instead of just taking every single program, because it's amazing how much you have running on your PC, especially if you're a YouTuber, because you have all kinds of extra stuff that other people usually don't. So, and with gaming, then there's all kinds of other stuff that's related to that. At least I have like a ton of programs. And I just went through it, and the first one I encountered was this one for my pulse watch. And I was like, that's like an obvious one. Let's try that.
Yes.
And I did, and poof, the sound was gone.
My goodness.
So I sent an email to the guys that sold me the mic. It's like an online web store.
Yeah.
And I just sent them because I had been like sending my mic. I actually sent my mic back to them twice. And the first time they had heard the same sound. The second time they didn't. And I was like, okay, so maybe the first time that guy who tested it the first time, maybe he had a program running on his computer at the time that caused this problem. So I sent it back with a link to this forum post and with an explanation and telling them what kind of program was the problem on mine. So that if they get, a new buyer who has the same problem, then they will have, some way to help them. Because it's so frustrating when you buy something like this because it's not exactly a cheap mic, and then it doesn't work, and no one can tell you why. And it's like, okay, when I sent back my second one, they couldn't hear anything wrong, so they just sent it back to me. And I'm like, okay, so now what? I have this expensive mic that I can't use.
Oh.
Because I refuse to record and have like these little sounds coming every 5 seconds. I was like, no. Then I might as well stick with my headset mic, which wasn't sounding that good in the first place.
Yeah.
So yeah, that took me like 2 months before I finally got to use this mic. But I'm just happy I did. Like Patrick is like still my hero for fixing that or figuring that out. Oh yeah.
I think it's absolutely brilliant that everybody who follows us is so incredibly helpful.
Oh yeah.
It's just amazing.
I'm amazed by how helpful everyone is in general. As like no matter who people are, if they're like fellow YouTubers or if they are other gamers who watch the videos, everyone is so nice and helpful and leaving suggestions and comments, and
I know
it's just amazing.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
And being so supportive. I was like really, really surprised when I started my YouTube channel, because I spent like, when I finally made my channel or created it, it took me 2 weeks before I actually posted a video. And those 2 weeks I spent on, trying to even build up the nerve to just record my own voice. I really just every time I was kind of like, I froze up when I started the recording, and I was like, seriously, no one is going to listen to this. You can delete it. How come you can't just, And I finally recorded it, and I did that like a ton of times. I would just record like 30 seconds and delete it, 30 seconds and delete it.
Yeah.
And then I finally posted this first video, and I was so nervous, and I had like really told myself, okay, you know how bad people can be online. I know how they can be offline, of course, but online, because I've watched other YouTubers, myself, I used to watch a lot of Let's Plays. Unfortunately, I don't have the same time now to watch like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 videos a day. But then I've of course seen how, people can be sometimes. So I kind of built up this, okay, you have to be ready for this, because you might get some really, really bad comments, and, and my very first subscriber was Jibba from the Double E Show.
Oh, he's charming.
Oh, he is, and he's so
nice.
Supportive. And he always
you
goes
couldn't have had a better one.
Oh no, and he always goes and finds, other small YouTubers, and he will like, be so supportive and follow them, and you're doing a good job, and give advice as to what kind of software to use and things like that. Like, that was that was the perfect first subscriber, and I'm never gonna forget that he was my first subscriber.
How absolutely wonderful.
Oh yeah, and then after that, it's just I've done this for a little over 10 months now, I think, since my first video, and I've only had.
I can't believe how big your channel is after only 10 months.
My channel is so tiny.
Well, in comparison to mine, it's huge, and I've been doing this for years. Mind you.
Yeah, but how? Well, one thing is I've been posting a lot of videos. Like, I was really active, especially I reached 1,000 videos in 9 months. So I was being really, really active, and some days I had 6 videos coming out. So of course I
Wow.
reach a lot of different people.
Yeah.
But of course, it just takes a long time because you have to. It's not so much whether or not your content is good. Of course, it is, but it's a matter of getting someone to actually see it because it's really, really
Yeah.
hard to get it out there. Even if you make a good video, to get it to the search,
Yeah.
the top of the search when people are searching for something
Yeah.
is really, really hard. Like, because there's all kinds of other stuff, like, you know, other YouTubers, their subscriber count and views and all this actually matters.
Yeah.
So, you know, some of them will like, they just need to post one video and they go straight to the top. Whereas
Yes.
you might end up on page 30, and how many people go to page 30 when they're looking for something? They'll start at the beginning and maybe they'll go to page 10 if you're lucky.
Yeah.
So it can be really, really hard to, you know, reach people.
Why did you decide to make videos to start with?
Um,
What led to that decision?
Well, I'd actually been thinking about it in a while,
Yeah.
for years, just for fun. Because I was gaming and I was watching a lot of Let's Play videos, and I was like, that might be
Yeah.
fun, you know?
Yeah.
But it was actually because I've been going through a lot of personal stuff. And
Yeah.
it was kind of related to that I felt like I needed to work through some stuff and work
Yes.
on, you know, things like self-esteem and self-worth. And I felt
Goodness.
like, okay, this was a way to actually do something. And I could learn a lot of stuff at the same time. As you know, there's a lot of tech.
Yeah.
You have to learn how,
yes.
and even just figuring out, okay, what kind of software am I supposed to use for this? Like, I had
Yes.
zero experience with any of this. So just figuring
My
out, okay,
goodness.
how do I actually record a video? Like, how do I record my
Yep.
gameplay? Like, how do I set up this program? What does all these things mean?
Yep.
What, you know, I had zero experience with any of this. So it's just
Yep.
been one long learning process. And, you know, figuring out, I didn't even know, I hadn't used Twitter or Discord or anything like that before.
Oh, goodness.
So all of that has been like, okay, then you have to learn. And other people are like, oh, but it's nothing. But it still is when it's like on top of everything else. You have to continuously, you know, learn something new all the time. And figuring everything out with you. No, and figuring it out with YouTube, and then there's Twitch for streaming, and how do you set this up, and, you know, little things like how do you figure out how to put like your view count on your stream, and it's just like every little thing you want to do, you have to learn something new. And
I agree with that.
It may just be little things, but for me, because, well, I've been struggling with depression, which I think most people actually know by now, and I still am. And that means that for me, it can be really hard to get stuff done, and it can be hard for me to learn stuff. And when you do struggle with depression, you know, memory is an issue and concentration. And that was
I didn't know that.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
know that.
Well, it is actually a general, especially with long-term depression, it affects your memory, especially short-term memory, and you're going to have a problem with your concentration.
Well, I should imagine that doing something like this is fantastic for it.
Oh, it is. And that was another reason for it. It was just, you know, so I didn't just sit around in a corner at home and not do anything, because I felt like, you know, just sitting there and doing nothing, not, you know, life just moving past you, and you're kind of stuck at home because you can't really do much of anything because everything makes you tired. And then I was like, this is a way for me to do something to help myself. So I don't feel like I'm just sitting here, you know, doing nothing with my life. So that was it was a very personal thing, and that's also the reason behind, or part of the reason behind the name of my channel. So it's for me, it was never about, you know, even gaming or, you know, that I had to be some big YouTuber and make money off it. It was literally just a way to improve my own life quality, kind of.
Yep, I understand that.
So yeah, very personal.
Well, thank you for telling us all that. I know that there are many people who do suffer from depression, who actually do very much rely on YouTube and the support they get there. for
it
help.
means so much.
And I mean, I'm quite sure, Yanni, that many of the people watching, they would say the same as I do. If ever you want to talk, please do not hesitate. Go online, phone us. It's something that people really, I don't think you realize how fond people are of you. I'm English. We understate things, guys. But I don't think you realize, what a nice person most people think you are. And I'm sure you are a nice person. Certainly the help you've given me would indicate that. Yanni, this house inside looks so much better. But I think I've said before, it's an absolute, let me shut that. It's an absolute joy working with you. It's in the wrong place. And I just like playing with you. And I'm sure that a lot of people are just delighted that you will, do things with them, basically. And for them and help them.
You're being so sweet.
Oh. But I think the trouble is sometimes people who do suffer from depression don't realize how much they're valued by others.
Oh, that is very true. It is a big part of it, actually, with depression, because everything is just black in black when you suffer from depression. And it can be hard at times, but it's very true what you said, actually, about how much support you can get online. Especially because you will often be kind of how do you say that? You will kind of be alone a lot. You will often a lot of people with depression end up being at home, and they're just sitting there, and it's hard to reach out to people. And if you don't meet the or get the support you need from your family or friends, or or the understanding, it can really help to use the internet, because you can often reach other people who are going through similar things, and they may have a better understanding, because it is really hard to understand. Depression is it's really hard to understand. You can't understand it if you haven't been through it. You can have an understanding of the medical reasons for it, or understand that it's something chemical in your body. But most people don't really understand it, and then it can really help to talk to someone who has gone through it themselves. Because sometimes you just need to talk about it. Sometimes you just need to be able to say, okay, life is crap. And it doesn't make sense, because that's often what people would tell me, like, oh, but you have everything, and you are good at this, and you're good at this, and you have family, you have a boyfriend, you have, you're not lacking anything, but that doesn't really matter. That's not what it's about.
But depression is not rational.
No, not at all.
It's not rational at all.
Oh no,
it's just not. It's totally different.
Oh yeah, it's like
and I think that's what a lot of people don't understand, is that it's completely irrational.
Oh yeah, it really is. It's and it's even hard when you have depression yourself to understand it.
Yeah.
That is what I've spent a lot of time trying to accept, that I felt the way I did. Because it's why can't I just do this? Because it's completely irrational. It's you can spend an entire day and you just want to do something that takes 2 minutes, and when you go to bed at night, you still haven't done it. And it's you can just sit there. Why couldn't I just do it? Why couldn't I just literally physically stand up and go and do this thing? And for some reason you just can't, because you can't motivate yourself. It's very much about motivation and the will to live, and the interest in doing something to help yourself is just completely lagging. So it's it's a heavy topic. but yeah, my YouTube channel is the second best decision I've made in the past 10 years. That was to start my YouTube channel. It is the second best thing I've done, really. And
what was the first best thing you have done?
That was to leave my ex, actually. to say it be personal, but yeah. No, I don't have a problem talking about this stuff because it's part of my history, and there's a lot of reasons for why that was. But yeah, it was just not a good relationship for me to be in, or for either of us. So it was a really good decision to end that. And then the second thing I did, actually only 3 months after ending that, I started my YouTube channel. So it's kind of been an active last year. It has changed a lot in my life. So yeah, but it's really like this YouTube channel, I was so amazed. Like, first of all, there was Jibba, and then I was so amazed with the welcome I got like on YouTube. It's not like my channel really grew that fast or anything, but it was just like meeting all these new YouTubers. I was expecting so much more competition. Of course, there's competition in certain areas, but everyone was so helpful, and it was like, oh, but you can do this, or you can do this, and you're doing a great job, and and welcoming, which I had never expected, like, truly.
Yeah, I have to say that I couldn't believe it when I was invited, as you know, to join the Banished Discord group. And again, it was Jibba who picked me up and invited me. And I still treasure the discussion they had about what I was like and whether I should be allowed to join. It was absolutely wonderful stuff. They did decide I should be allowed to join. But what I found was that particular group, I mean, I'm used to a huge amount of support from the Minecraft group I play with. You can't imagine how much they have helped me. All of them, every single one of them, has realized very early on that they're dealing with someone who is a complete and utter noob when it comes to anything to do with technology. And they have helped me get up and running. And then when I met the Banished group, I just couldn't believe the help I got. They've been so kind. And it's amazing that nothing was too much trouble. And I've just joined another Banished group where the main devs are very nice. And there's one or two people who are very nice, but there's one or two people who they don't understand what it's like not to be fully au fait with tech. And it's quite difficult to explain to people what it's like to not be good at tech like I am, and to be tech blind. A lot of people know that I used to work, I work for myself now. I have my own very tiny business. But a lot of people know I used to work for other people. When I did that, we had an IT department of 71 in the firm I worked for. Now, they used to use me whenever they wrote a new program because I think so differently from them. And they would just try everything out on me. I would break whatever it was within 2 seconds. And they'd be standing in my office watching me saying, "Why did you do that? What have you done? Why have you done that?" And I'm saying, "Well, that's what it says here." And they say, "No, it doesn't." And I'm saying, "It does if you're not a computer tech guy. You can't say to me, it doesn't say that, when it jolly well damn well does, And they just can't understand how differently different people can think. And so anyway, at the end of the day, they just said, right, don't let any program or anything go to the rest of the firm unless you've tested it with Ash.
But that's amazing still, because that brings a really, really good value, like, to have someone to test it on, because that is what you should do. That is what you should do. You should test it on the general person and not someone who has all this technical knowledge, and that is a really, really big thing to be able to do that, actually.
I mean, people say, if I can't work something, well, just look at, download the instructions, look at the instructions. They don't realise is that I'm looking at the instructions. They've been written by some sort of computer tech who knows exactly what he or she is trying to say. And I'm looking at it thinking, this is madness, it makes no sense at all, I mean, we had this recently in this other Discord group I joined. Somebody said you just do yada, yada, yada. And hell DM.
Yep.
I actually said to him, how do I explain? And he was laughing like a drain because he gives me so much help. And I was saying to him, how do I explain to these guys that I just do not understand this? I don't talk the same language. Anyway, fortunately, they've got one bit that now they all talk in, the development bit. And I look at it occasionally and think, God blimey, this is not English. This is no language I recognize, understand, It's fantastic stuff.
I did actually watch that discussion, so I did see, how much you were talking about that. And I was just laughing. Oh, yeah. Because I know how it is. But I don't know. I have a tendency sometimes, people can get annoyed when I try to explain something, because I have a tendency to go into a lot of detail. I kind of try to think that the person I'm explaining it to don't necessarily have, the same background knowledge about the topic as I do, which sometimes makes people annoyed, because they're like, I already know this, when I explain something. But I'm like, I don't know what you know, so I'd rather include more information than necessary, instead of someone have to, but I don't know this, and then they have to add extra questions. And I think that's why I generally have a tendency to leave long comments, or I often say things in a long way, because I include more than.
Amazing. You look at so many different games, and the way you look at them is just fantastic. And I'm not as good as you. Frankly, I don't have the patience. I just want to get on with it. I shouldn't say that, but it is the truth. I'm very impatient in comparison to you. You're a very patient person, especially with me when I can't do stuff. But I do think that if you explain to people clearly and you tell them what you're doing and you explain nicely, it's so much easier for people than just assuming that they know. And, if you're explaining something that people already know, fine. But, what's the harm?
Yeah.
They know it. All you're doing is being, super courteous and making sure that they're happy with, what you're saying to them.
Yeah. And then I'm often if it's something I'm doing online, or if I'm replying to a comment, or I often think about the fact that someone else might read that,
Exactly.
So I'm like, then I might as well include this information. So it's not always when I try to explain something that I'm only talking to that one person. Of course, if it's in a private conversation, that's one thing. But if it's online somewhere, then I try to think about the fact that someone else might actually pass by and look for the same answer.
Yeah.
And then I'm I try to include as much information as possible.
Yeah. But I think that's right. And you see, if you come across someone like me, you can't go wrong with more rather than less when it comes to the information. Be careful about this wall, Yanni. There's a creeper outside and a zombie.
Yeah, that's why I didn't go down. I think I'm gonna wait until this morning with that wall, because
look, he's got his hand through the wall. Zombies can reach through corners. Whoa. They can reach through corners.
Oh, you're
nasty
building
things.
Oh, nice.
The what?
This is gonna be awesome. And look at this tree. We were actually fiddling. But that was off camera too. We were fiddling around with this tree. It's so nice, the things you can actually do in this game, by being a little imaginative.
wait till I mean, the dog miner and I once built an underground garden. It was the first time we'd built together. He couldn't think what to do with a wall. And you know I'm a very avid gardener in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And I love gardening. And
Oh, I've noticed on Twitter, like I get all these amazing pictures. You follow a lot of people and stuff that is related to that, and I'm like, oh wow, look at this! And
yeah, well, I have to say, Yanni, that there's so much on Twitter, and I'm guilty as well. That is actually pure sort of horrible hatred, and I've got one particular. I get bees in my bonnet politically as well, more than anyone. But I always think that in amongst the stuff you're whinging and complaining about, put some humour, put some life. And I follow people who garden because, to me, if you're feeling stressed, if you know, getting outside, gardening, you know, calming down, it's about the best thing you can ever do in life. But when you do that and you tweet photos of beautiful plants or beautiful gardens, I think it cheers other people up. And I do follow the police dogs a lot.
Oh
in
yeah,
Sussex
I'm following
and
those
Surrey.
too actually. Now.
Oh, are they wonderful?
Because of you.
I love the fact that you get some they have these enormous Alsatians, and I love the fact that you get this hound from hell, and they call it something like Ollie or Elsa, or something really sweet, and they say, "Oh, PD Ollie had a good night. He chased somebody down," and you see this thing that's black as pitch with teeth like kitchen knives, tongue hanging out, and you think, my God. There was a wonderful one where they said they were chasing some car people or thieves, and they said that they gave themselves up rather than face the police dogs. Picture of police dog looking seriously hungry. You're thinking, yeah, I think I'd give myself up as well. I love our police dogs in England. I don't know if you use them a lot in Denmark.
we have police dogs here too. Yeah.
Yeah. God, I hate the lighting options in Minecraft. Do not say a word about modded.
I'm not saying anything.
Do not.
I was thinking something, but then I was like, no, I'm gonna be fair and not say anything.
I'll tell you something though. They've not been able to put a lot of options in Minecraft because of the way that the original game was written. And this current upgrade, they have rewritten all the code for Minecraft. So, and the way that all the blocks are defined. And I think what they're going to be able to do now is to add a lot more. And I think that they're going to make it so that you can add a lot of approved mods through Minecraft.
Oh, that would be awesome.
The way you can do that through Steam on Banished. Yeah. But don't forget that Microsoft don't do anything out of the goodness of their hearts.
No.
To them, it's going to, yeah, exactly. To them, it's a way of controlling the product, controlling the money, controlling everything.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that the vanilla Minecraft, which has been almost in the doldrums for some years, is going to go through an absolute revolution soon.
Yeah.
Yanni, this house is just completely reformed. Look at this. It's looking so much better. We need better shelves now. We're going to have... Shall we... Would you like to put in... Hello?
Yeah.
Would you like to swap these shelves for... Oh, God, words, Ashantin words.
For stone ones or something?
Or nether brick. How about nether brick shelves here?
Nether brick. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, let me just drop off some of this stuff I've been taking down.
What are we gonna do with this? Do we want to bring the wall up one more because otherwise it doesn't fit with the roof? Kind of, we're gonna have a gap.
Well, what I've done outside is I've put a double block here. So we can either put stone, but I think that I was going to double block all the way along. But I need to do it from above. Then I make sure that I'm double blocking on the wall and not something else. So I'm going to double block on the wall.
Oh yeah, that would probably make sense. Yeah. Yep.
Right,
Yep. I need to make more of those. I do have some stone on me, so let's go over here. Okay. No, but there's also this boy you're following who's like a very, very passionate like gardener and anything with animals, it seems. He's only a boy. I can't remember his name though. I think I'm following him too now. He's just a kid. He's like
George the gardener.
Yeah, probably. That's probably his name.
I follow him really because he's very young. He wants to be a professional gardener. He won the Young Gardener of the Year competition. And he is insanely nice. And I just think that he's such a sweetheart that he should be encouraged. Basically. And I follow him, and for a young YouTuber, I think he does brilliantly, actually.
Is he the one who also collects like skeletons of animals? There was one that I also saw via you that had like where people would send him actually these like skeletons of, you know, for instance, a dead animal because he finds it intriguing with the the way it looks. I don't know. Maybe that's another one. I can't remember if that's him.
I am unconvinced that's through me. I don't think I follow anyone who likes the dead skeletons, but maybe I do.
No, but it's someone who really likes animals in general. But maybe it wasn't through you. It's just generally I get a lot of stuff via you. So. Yeah. But that was another kid actually who's it's because he's very into all this scientific stuff, you know, with animals and how they're built and things like that. It's not like in a creepy creepy way. And it's like, you know, he's gotten so popular that sometimes people will find like a full, you know, find an animal that's dead and they will send it to him and then he will kind of get it cleaned and, you know, so he can put this like on display. You can see where he's going with that, but it's like kind of like in this teaching kind of way that you can see all the bones and everything. It's very it was very interesting actually. But that's another kid, like, and his parents seem to be very involved in it too actually.
I think they're good for them that they're keeping an eye on him. I think it's
well, generally, I think people should, especially if their kids are doing anything online. If your kid has a YouTube channel or anything, even Facebook, be a part of it because you never know what goes on online. Like really, and it isn't. I've had an amazing experience. Now I'm not a kid, so I can kind of, you know, find. Not that I can't get in trouble, but I wouldn't let my kids like spend a lot of time online without being involved in it because not everyone is nice online. I've been fortunate. I've had one single comment that was like deliberately negative and mean, and that's the only one. And I had that like in December. It took like 7,
I had a really, really awful one that I think had come from a botnet. And someone was saying, I really like your voice. You're very sweet to listen to. I like it very much. Could you describe what it's like as being a woman and having periods? I'm very interested. And then there was a whole section on this. And I'm just thinking,
I know it's not funny, but I'm like, people are just so strange. God. Like, seriously? That's so creepy.
I was very, very... speechless. I'm still speechless.
Yeah.
I'm still speechless.
It's
and
so
I just
creepy.
thought, you know what, this is just disgusting. You know?
Oh, yeah. But I don't know. I have a tendency to. Sometimes it just makes me laugh, not in a like haha funny way, but it's like, because I think people are so creepy sometimes. It's like, how can you like even think about asking something like that? It's like, But I have a tendency to sometimes laugh when I'm not supposed to laugh because I don't know how to react to it because I get repulsed. Is that a word? I guess repulsed is the word. Like
you find it repulsive. Yes,
yeah, I find it repulsive.
It's better English to say I find it repulsive.
I find it repulsive. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm getting English lessons too while doing all of this YouTube stuff, which is awesome.
I had a lovely exchange, and I have to thank my friend Winnie very much.
She's awesome. She leaves a lot of very nice comments too, actually.
Look, how long have we been recording, Yanni? This is going on for hours. We're so involved in chatting that we've totally lost track of time, I think.
Yep, I have no idea.
Okay.
Should we end it here and then kind of do a second one?
Why don't we take a break? We'll just say goodbye on this one and continue on the next one, okay?
Yep.
So bye-bye, guys. We're continuing in the next episode if you want to hear the rest of our chatting. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.